So we're going to go check on our friends at Loop Recruiting. If you've been on the Loft Tour the last couple of years, you know that we have been following the rehabilitation of this building, and it recently received a Historic Preservation Award from Historic Augusta. It's probably one of the most iconic buildings in downtown. It's known as the Bee Hive. So why don't we come on in and take our final walkthrough with Charlie and our Loop friends. Hey, Charlie.
Come on in.
Well, like I was saying, you and I know what this building used to look like.
Yes.
So walking into this foyer space is a really big treat. What is Loop Recruiting, and why have you all decided to move into downtown?
So we're a technology recruiting and staffing firm, and we got started in 2015, and we were growing pretty quickly and needed a little bit more space. So there's a lot of momentum downtown, a lot of companies moving down here, and a lot of companies that we work with, a lot of clients. So we decided to come on down, and been here for about a year now.
So tell us about how the Bee Hive influenced some of the design that we're seeing in here today.
So here in the lobby, Cheatham Fletcher Scott did the interior design, and so there's a lot of elements of the Bee Hive incorporated into the lobby with the hexagon tiles on the ceiling and on the floor. So we wanted to do something to recognize the history of the building. So Courtney Ware and Megan Hickox came up with this design.
They did a great job, and as we kind of walk through, I mean, there was nothing here. It was
right.
A wide open space. There was a second floor, but it had kind of been messed with a little bit, and there was a big piece cut out of it.
Yeah.
So
the building's about 150 feet long, rectangle, and like you said, there wasn't much here, but it was a blank slate, so there was a lot to work with, and my dad and I actually sat down at his kitchen table and sort of sketched out the plan for the building. We had at that time maybe 4 or 5 employees, and we have 15 in this office now.
So what was the biggest challenge rehabbing this space? Because the building had been vacant for a while, and I know you've got Milestone Construction upstairs, and they were the general contractor.
Yeah, and they're our partner on the project. I think the biggest challenge is that 3 friends entered a construction rehab project together and came out as 3 friends on the other side. So
love it.
We're able to maintain those friendships throughout the process. So that was it's not always the case, I don't think.
Absolutely, and the conference room is also one of my favorite features, and I know that so often conference rooms are really, nerve centers for a business, and you've carried a lot of your design aesthetic in here as well.
This turned out really nice. Like I was saying, the building is 150 feet long. It's only about 25 feet wide, so there's a lot of just design constraints around that, and we wanted to have a lot of open work areas, some private offices, but also wanted a conference room where we could have the whole company in here to meet. But we put in this door, this wall system here, and we can actually collapse the whole thing down and open this up if we do want to have maybe a larger event or after hours event. So really turned out nice. These felt tiles up on the ceiling that really dampen the noise. So we're talking in here, and there's a lot of hard surfaces in here. So you've got the glass wall and the bricks and the glass table, and you don't really hear a lot of echo or any kind of noise. So the ceiling in here is the same out in the hallway along with the floor. So that's kind of the idea, is when the wall is open, it feels like one big room. So really turned out great.
And I love the nod to the building's past life when you see these interior windows on the wall prior to whatever building was built on the side. But I thought that was a really clever way for you to kind of continue to showcase and preserve the character-defining features of the space.
Yeah, they were here, and the glass was painted over, and we just kind of got down to the finish line and started scraping them and cleaning them, and they cleaned up really nice.
Did anyone think you were crazy for taking this task on?
I'm sure they did. Probably a lot of people scratching their head just around downtown, and you know, would it ever come back? And we got a ways to go, but I think made a lot of progress in the last couple of years. And like I said, we enjoy being down here every day, and you know, it's come a long way in a short amount of time. So.
Absolutely. Your break space is also probably one of my favorite kind of features in your building, because again, it's a really creative way to help break up the space, which was a really cavernous building almost in a sense. So I feel like y'all have really respected the building. But what does historic preservation mean to you? Because I know obviously you've had this building, but then you're really well connected within the downtown community. And is there just something that sticks out?
Yeah, I mean, you know, when we came down here and we first identified downtown as the place that we wanted to be, or location that we wanted to be, there wasn't a ton of really nice office space available for rent, for sale, what have you. So Augusta is pretty unique. You can rent, you can own, you can kind of do it both ways. Prices are still such that, you know, you can afford to own. So we felt like a historic building would be a lot of fun, and, you know, just capture some of the you know, old elements here. And you know, these floors, these were original. We made all these doors out of wood that came out of here, you know, left a lot of the brick exposed. You know, we didn't participate in the tax credit program, but we still were able to preserve a lot of the historic elements in the building, and yeah, I think we did a really good job with it. My grandmother, both of my grandmothers who are still living, said that they remember shopping here and coming here a long time ago. But just a lot of people like that, just, you know, telling us the way things used to be and how things were, and coming in here. And so I think, you know, you just kept calling it the Bee Hive, and a lot of people just remember coming down to the Bee Hive back in the day. So, you know, I think it's going to continue to get better, and you know, hopefully more people will take on some projects like this. And you know, like I said, they're fun, and it definitely you know, improves the downtown as a whole. So yeah, I think the 900 block in particular, we've had a lot of great projects in this block, and hopefully people will just keep doing it. So.
Well, great. We'll look forward to seeing that. And as always, we love being supportive of you all, and we appreciate you participating in our virtual Loft Tour this year.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
Absolutely.